Aloha from Kona on Hawaii's Big Island. I am Carrier Aquino, and I was fortunate enough to become Miss Kona Coffee in the year 2000. And now you're fortunate enough to have found the Kona Coffee and Tea Company, where the perfect cup of Kona coffee is grown.
Welcome to the beautiful Kona Coffee and Tea Company farm. Nestled gently on the slopes of the volcano Hualalai, the source of the rich dark soil that makes growing coffee here in Kona perfect. At 2,500 feet above Kailua Kona on the Big Island of Hawaii, our elevation gives us the perfect amount of rain, sun, and temperature for our trees to produce the world's perfect cup of coffee. Perfect because we control our coffee. From our farm to your cup, the world's most perfect cup of coffee.
Hi, my name is Mark Santiago. Welcome to the Kona Coffee and Tea Company. The essence of what we do here at the Kona Coffee and Tea Company would be to ensure that we have quality coffee coming off our farm and to process it in a way that will ensure the consumer that we have consistency and quality in our cup. And in order to present the consumer with the best coffee that we have to take pride in what we do. I believe some of the best coffee in the world is grown right here in Kona. We have ideal growing conditions, excellent weather, and we have dedicated farmers that really take pride in the coffee that they grow.
Kona Coffee and Tea Company.
My function here at the Kona Coffee and Tea Company is to ensure that we have properly roasted coffee. It's not just cooking of coffee, it's the development of the coffee as it's being roasted in the roaster here. So that's essential to the taste that you have in your cup. The processing of the coffee starts right at the very beginning when the beans are picked from the tree. We picked only the right beans from our coffee farm. Once the beans are picked, they go to the mill for wet processing, and that entails removing of the skin, fermentation of the coffee beans to remove some of that sugar, and the third thing that we do is dry the coffee to a specific moisture content, because that moisture that remains in the bean contains your oils. And we all know that oils are very important in our coffee. Once they're hulled and graded, they're all bagged in specific grades of coffee, and they go through a state certification. Then it's delivered to us. This is where we try to do some of the magic with the roasting.
Kona Coffee and Tea Company.
Here at the Kona Coffee and Tea Company, when we roast coffee, we'll take 25 pounds of green coffee, deposit it in this 25-pound roaster. It'll tumble in this machine for approximately 15 to 18 minutes. We watch for development, maintain our temperature and our time, because that's where the sugar in the coffee changes to caramel, and that's where you get some of your flavor in your coffee. Listening for color is when the beans are developing and you look for a specific texture in the coffee bean as well as the smell that comes out. And at the specific moment after it's developed, we'll remove the coffee to maintain the integrity of the coffee, whether it be a medium or a dark roast. We'll stop the roasting, deposit it in this cooling tray, and once the beans have been roasted, we cool it off as soon as possible to maintain the oils in your coffee so it doesn't overcook as it's cooling down.
Kona Coffee and Tea Company.
Kona Coffee and Tea Company is the best because we're an estate coffee. We roast in small batches. When we roast in small batches, we can maintain quality in our coffee, and at the same time will ensure more consistency in the quality that we put out. The buyer knows we have 100% Kona coffee because we have that seal from the Kona Coffee Council recognizing that we grow coffee within the Kona region. I love roasting coffee. I think it's great. It's one of the magic of making this Kona coffee so popular. I mean, anybody can grow coffee. Anybody can cook coffee, but if you roast it properly, the coffee that gets to you is quite fresh.
Kona Coffee and Tea Company.
Now we're going to show you how to brew the perfect cup of coffee. You start with a 12-cup coffee maker, 2 ounces of coffee, which will equate to 6 heaping tablespoons of coffee. Put it in your basket to 12 cups of water. Turn your machine on. You're ready to enjoy some of the best tasting coffee you've ever had.
Kona Coffee and Tea Company.
I've just learned why the 100% Kona coffee from the Kona Coffee and Tea Company is the best in the world. An exceptional bargain for real 100% pure Kona coffee. Our farm is at the perfect elevation for the perfect amount of rain and sun. The volcano Hualalai provides the deep, rich soil necessary for the world's perfect cup of coffee. The Kona Coffee Council provides their seal of approval because our farm is in the official Kona Coffee District. We do hand roasting in small batches for the world's most perfect roast. Oh yes, and we bring it to market fresh and ready to be enjoyed. From our farm to your cup, the world's most perfect cup of coffee. From the Kona Coffee and Tea Company. Prepare for your demos and be a 100% Kona Coffee instant expert by reading our fun-filled fact sheet. Visitors can take the white card with them as souvenirs of their Kona Coffee experience in Hawaii.
Kona Coffee and Tea Company.